Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. There's a matter that I would love us to talk about, and this is the recent photos that have been everywhere. And by photos, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. Celebrity lady photos. We're talking about it earlier on, but we had a problem with the internet, so we couldn't continue. The internet has been bad for quite a while. I'll also appeal to you to choose your words nicely so as not to meet your nemesis, your Waterloo on my live. I will first drag you into the depths of despair and back before I rapture you away. So be very, 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 very careful. Okay? And this particular issue, is something that if we don't address, we're churchy people. Most of these celeb girls that are having these videos everywhere are girls you will meet in church. They are girls you would see on live doing what God cannot do, does not exist. They are girls you would see running after their pastors and papas and from one prayer meeting to the other. That is why I said it clearly that religion in Nigeria is not solving any of our problems. As a matter of fact, it is creating more problems. Because how do you subscribe to a religious faith that speaks of such great qualities in a human being, and then you look around you and you see none of those qualities? The first question I wanted to, earlier on I had a session and I talked about the 4 things that celebrity ladies should avoid. 4 things celebrity ladies should avoid. 1 is when they go into relationships to impress other people. So, for instance, now, a lady wants to show that she's flying business class, show that she can afford to wear Gucci, shows that her kids go to expensive schools, and she has no business to fund this. She begins to sleep with one person or the other, and in that way, the only value she has is her reproductive organ. So there's no value to her except what she can give. So social media is what differentiates between standing on Allen Avenue or standing on Sanusi Fafunwa and doing the same work on social media. Social media is Allen Avenue, Sanusi Fafunwa on steroids. They go there, the TikTok dances they do, they show their bodies, they show their merchandise the same way it is done on the street when you drive past and again say, "Ips." It's like that on social media. So many of them are not thinking of what value they can add. Instead, they're thinking of what they can sell, how they can market their bodies. I'm not saying this is true of all of them. I'm saying this is true of quite a chunk of them. And the more the competition is about who wears the most designers and all that, the lower the value standards are. So the first thing is you all need to get value. It's not about who's wearing the most expensive hair. It's good to wear expensive hair. It's good to shop in LV. It's good to shop in Gucci and all that. It is good to drive nice cars, but can your genuine source of income cover these things? Ask yourself that question. Can your genuine source of income, is it acting? Is it influencing? Is it endorsing? Can it really cover these things? Or you have to add extra value? That is why you see most of them doing behind. There's some women that feel, oh, I want to look better, and they do their bodies. It's your body, it's your. But you see, me and you know that you, in particular, did not do your body because you want to feel better. You did your body because you want to sell yourself better. So you have taken Sanusi Fafunwa Allen Avenue. You have taken that Farm City Road, Lekki Phase 1, Admiralty, and you have brought it to social media, and you are doing what those girls are doing, Pro Max. And let me tell you something, I have more respect for those girls who are standing on the road doing the same thing. I'll tell you why. They stand in the road in the rain and in the sun. It's a job. You see them, you know what they're doing. They're not standing there preaching the gospel and then they get into your car and start doing something else. These girls online pretend like they're doing something else. Act like they're all holy. But then it is still these same runs they are doing on a higher scale. So the first thing they needed to address was value. The second thing I talked about in the afternoon was celebrity girls need to stop taking photos. All these photos that they send to men, photos where the people are not wearing clothes. These kind of photos have no business leaving your phone. They have no business being on your phone, let alone leaving your phone. Stop taking these pictures. As a celebrity, there are some things you can no longer do. You see, people say, so because they are a celebrity, they can no longer live a normal life. You cannot live a normal life once you become a celebrity. Ordinary governor cannot live a normal life again. The moment you enter into office, or you have a hit single, or you become famous for whatever reason, you have been denied of normal existence. I say this all the time. Some days I don't want to be seen, so I go and start driving my little Camry. You'll be amazed. I'm there in the Camry, I'm wearing face mask. They will still recognize me. They will still come and be honing. They will still come and be peeping to see if it is me. So you can't live a normal. There are things I can't do anymore. Once you are a public figure or a celebrity, there are some things you cannot do. A normal person will take this picture and send to the boyfriend, and it will leak everywhere, and nobody will know who the person is. But the moment you become famous, you are no longer allowed. It now becomes a crime of monumental proportions to have pictures like that in circulation. Oh, I only sent it to my boyfriend. I only sent it to my boyfriend. That's the third point I wanted to address. This boyfriend that you are dating, that you are sending picture to, how much research did you do on this guy? You see, it all comes with this stupidity of this woke generation. I trust you. You are not supposed to trust anyone. that you do not do due diligence on. And relationship due diligence takes at least 3 years. Oh, you do not trust me, you do not trust me, you do not trust me. Many people have been defrauded. Many people have been defrauded with this, you do not trust me. Person where you don't know from anywhere. Tell you, say, she they go visit her mama. One they call the mother. Mommy, is your daughter coming to see you? I'm just giving that as an example. A lot of people think it's overbearing. No. Before you start trusting someone, do their due diligence. You have no business sending your picture to someone who does not let you know their bank account. Someone who you have not met their father, their mother. You have not slept a night in their family house. He has not introduced you to his religious leader or his circle of friends. Even that one can still do you while you. And you're already sending pictures. You know, like I said, it starts from the beginning. Have value for yourself. If you have value for yourself, you will not send pictures anyhow. Number 2, investigate. Sorry, number 2, don't send at all. Don't send pictures. Number 3, investigate the people you are dealing with. Investigate the people you are dealing with. You Nigerians put too much to chance. I trust this person. Don't you trust me? None of you have any right to trust me unless you've done business with me. There was a lady I called. I wanted to buy a car. Very expensive. I told her, book the car. She knows we've done business before. She knows I will not run with her money. But that doesn't come to everybody. That doesn't come to everybody. There are people who will tell me to send 5K. I will never send it to you if I don't have it. Including my family members. If my mother calls me now and says, I need 1 million naira, which she has never done before, and I have 1 million naira that I borrowed from someone that I want to use to do something, or I'm supposed to pay someone back, and my mother says, give me that 1 million naira for 1 week, I will give her. I will just beg that person and say, give me 5 days, because I know my mother. On the day my mother says she's going to pay you back, she will call you and tell you, my driver is on his way to the bank. I'm going to send you your money back now. Which account should I pay it into? But if that money was money that was very important to me, and my father will give birth to me, tell me, say, make I borrow him that money urgently, saying, go give me back in 1 week, I no go give him. I no go give him. These are my parents. Now them born me. I love them with my life. Does not mean I trust them with my money. If it is money that I'm going to dash I dash him. But money that is that I need to, is like I need that money to pay for something, or I'm owing somebody that money and I'm about to pay. But you say, no, you know what? Delay that person for 1 week. I have an emergency. I will borrow that money and give you back in 1 week, so that the other person will come lock you. No, give that money to a person where you no trust. My youngest sister, Yetunde, I will give her that money without batting an eyelid. I will give her that money without batting an eyelid. But person way don't do me like this before. I'm not saying my dad has, but I know the way my mother handles those kind of things. And when something happens, the way she will address it is different from my dad that will use Oboju and tell you, I'm your father. I can't. If the money lost, wait, I won't do. I won't go lock my papa for EFCC. So in order to avoid stories that touch, the fact that you now trust is a very broad word. The fact that I trust Vidoma with my money does not mean I trust her not to cheat on me. The fact that I trust Sugar Destiny not to cheat on me does not mean I trust her with my money. Then the fact that I trust Remy not to cheat on me and I trust her with my money does not mean I trust her with my secrets. So trust is not, you can't just trust someone. You can trust someone to have your back, but that person can cheat on you. But they will always have your back. You can have someone that would not cheat on you, not steal your money, not do it, but they would just when arm robber come and point gun, now them go first tell the arm robber where you they hide. So when I'm talking about trust, I'm talking about research. You have to research this person you're with. Trust is not automatic. Love, you can love somebody on the at first sight. I can just look at Samaria now and say, wow, I go out on a date with her and I fall in love with her and say, I love you. It can happen. If I tell you I trust you, I'm a liar or a fool, or both. For me to say I trust taste buds, I have been with her long enough to see her react to different types of situations. For me to say I trust Ada, it means, for instance, when it comes to radio, if I was still working on the radio and I was having problem with my bosses, one of the person I'll call is Ada. Because in that situation, Ada has had my back before and I trust her. So when we say investigate can be 3 years. Listen, I'm not one of those people that will tell you if you are in a wife should not send her body to her husband. But you see, even that husband you've married, marriages go from 100 to 0 like this. From 100 to 0, that person you love, all of a sudden the two of you are dragging property. All of a sudden the two of you are dragging child custody. All of a sudden the two of you are dragging your assets. Please, if you are watching this video, send me stars on Facebook if you're enjoying it. And if you're watching on TikTok, please send me my gifts. I'm looking for these explosions. What do they call them? Fireworks. So how do you buy stars on Facebook? Very easy. Go to Facebook, search for Daddy Freeze, DADDYFREEZE. Scroll down to today's video, click on the video, bottom left hand corner, you will see how to buy stars. So even marriages, but you see, when you trust your husband with your photo and he leak am, people go follow you understand. You know why people go follow you understand? Because now your husband. Even if now your long-term relationship and something happens, they will understand. But they will not understand when you are dating someone that you have not even properly investigated. So the first point is point number 1. Have value for yourself. As a woman, have value for yourself. It's not everything that you must fly business class, you must do this. No. Have value. Bring something to the table that is not a body part. Because when all you have to do is offer your body parts, at 50, who is going to sleep with you whether you are curvy? Even me, if I'm 50 and I want to go and play, I will not look for a 50-year-old woman. I'll look for maybe a 30, 20-year-old woman. That's why our old men are going to Unilag. Number 2 is don't take those photos at all. Mashi logumagbo. Don't do is the medicine of they will not hear. Listen to me very carefully. Mashi logumagbo. If you don't do it at all, a picture that does not exist, you cannot take it. You cannot leak a picture that does not exist. So if you've never taken the picture in the first place, nobody can leak it. Thirdly, if you need to investigate someone you are in a relationship with before you can trust them. Before you can trust them, you need to investigate. Fourth point, you need to be loyal. The reason why they are releasing some of you girls, I'm not talking about this particular incident. The guy needs to go to jail for a long time. But some of the girls whose pictures are being released, and some of the guys and some of the celebs, do you know why their pictures are being released? Because they are not loyal. You are in a relationship with a man, or all your life you've done a low show, you use it to buy Gucci, fly first class, live well. Then the same you want to settle down. You now go, and because all those men that are buying Gucci for you, they have their wives. They are not going to marry you, you know it. They are going to give you the Gucci. They are going to dash you 500,000 naira today, $10,000 tomorrow, $50,000 next tomorrow. They are going to dash you that money, but they are not going to marry you. And let me tell you, the day you are getting married, they will attend your wedding to give you a final farewell gift. And then you are stuck with your small boy who's earning 2 million naira a month. At 2 million naira a month, he'll provide a decent home. He'll put a meal on the table. The children will manage and go to school. But you ain't shopping in Gucci. Except maybe it's your birthday. Maybe you get a bag. Or maybe you get a shoe. Most likely a shoe. Because if you're earning 2 million naira a month and your annual income is 24 million naira. Because that's what your annual income is if you're earning 2 million naira a month. And let me be very honest with you, 24 million naira cannot give you that lifestyle. The last time me and Taste Buds traveled, the business class ticket alone was 8 million naira to London. 8 million naira. So you cannot fly that business class. If you are earning 2 million naira a month, I doubt if you can do it. 2 million can, but you see, 2 million is a good salary. You're going to eat well. But the problem is you are not going to be able to live that Rolex lifestyle. You're not going to be able to buy a Rolex when the cheapest Rolex is $10,000 and $10,000 is 7.5 million. How are you going to bring out that out of 20 million? So let's imagine she's dating a young guy who works in oil and gas who earns 2 million a month. Somebody is saying at 12K. Thereabout. Now, let me tell you something here. Some of you say we're fake. You where they collect 50K after spending one night with a chairman. You know where they wear fake Rolex. The chairman himself on your birthday will send you an original Rolex. He will send you an original Rolex. I was talking to one lady. I saw her Udema Piguet. I was like, wow, this is a nice watch. So I said, this is a nice watch. That Udema Piguet is not less than $45,000. It's not less than. So your 20 million naira, 24 million naira a year boyfriend cannot maintain that lifestyle. You will go abroad once a year. Inside 20 million, you budget 3 million. The two of you will travel. You will go, but it will be economy class. The two of you will eat good food. You will live an okay life on 2 million naira a month, but you will not live that LV life when one shoe is 1 million naira. If you go to LV, you see a shoe of 1,500 pounds or $1,500. How much is 1,000? It's more than 1 million naira. Are you going to wear just one shoe a year? So you will use 3 million and buy a shoe. Baba, the money no go reach. So all of a sudden now you stick with this your guy and you love him and you say, you know what, we're going to make this happen, and it will work for 2 years until you see your junior in the industry at the airport, and two of you, hey, how you doing, blah blah blah, and you walk to the plane. I know business class, there's always this way to business class, this way to economy, and she rolls her luggage towards business class and you go to economy. It will now begin to affect you. Then you will now say, you know what, let me go back to my previous life and go and get 1 or 2 things from my previous life that I forgot. Omo, now your husband, we don't give everything we didn't get to you, can't catch you. Baba, he will release your pictures, not because he wants to blackmail you, not because he is looking for anything from, but because you have hurt him so deeply, because you were not loyal. So there are some girls that are up and down crying. There was one girl, I was listening to her story. They said the husband, they give her and blow. And I was like, why would a man? He said he always caught her cheating. A woman will come and cry to you, Baba, I don't know what I go do if I catch my woman cheating. I don't know. I feel give her and blow, no be lie. Say I walk in and I catch a woman cheating. It will take all the Spirit of God in me not to descend on her and give her corporate arrangement. Someone said that's really not an excuse. It's not an excuse. But I want you to understand that when people are hurt, they react in different ways. Let me ask you a question. When women are hurt, do they not go and break their husband's windscreen? When women catch their husband cheating, do they not go and break his windscreen? Is it the right thing to do? I am telling you what can happen to you when you are not loyal. It is one of the prices you will pay. You cannot tell me how somebody will react. If I see a man and I ask, hey, they say you popo your woman, waiting happen. Now there's a difference between you are suspecting your woman and you are doing the most to you actually walked in on them. Or you pick up your wife's phone and you see her send her body to a man. You go, that one, if you tell me, say you slap him, I no go tell you, say you do bad. No, they tell ourselves true. I no go tell you, say make you buy ammo. And one of the dangers with physical is if it turn something bad and one person fit buy. That's why I always advise you stay away from physical. But I will understand, say that slap just come out, you just issue the slap without thinking too much. You know overthink am, you just release the slap straight. As long as nothing happen, no be say she buy or anything. But you know, say some women, you give them slap, they go be in lock your cloth, it go turn to serious fight. So I'm not saying you should, but I'm saying I'll understand if you do. If my daughter's husband came home one day and told me that he caught her, say my daughter came home with black eye, I say, hey, wait till do you? The husband come tell me saying catch him. I'll sit him down and say, by you catching her, what do you mean? He now shows me all the evidence. Well, like Allah, I no go do him anything. Or long or bangbo, I no go do the man anything. I will not do the man anything. I will sit him down and tell him that, look, if something had happened to this girl, don't be waiting with the talk with this. But I'm also not stupid enough to know what cheating does in a relationship. Any woman that goes to arrest the husband of her daughter when her daughter is a garden tool and Olosho, you should be ashamed of yourself. Maybe you two were an Olosho, that's why you understand with your daughter. It's the kind of thing that say they give your daughter a good slap, better kuboko on top that kind of thing. You self suppose hide yourself in shame. If the woman caught the man physically, you walk into your room and see your husband on top of a babe. Anyhow you want to react, you go react to. It's up to you. I will not judge you too much. I will not judge you too much. So, 4 things. Have value for yourself. Don't take pictures. Investigate the people you're with. And be loyal. Be loyal. They avoid many things. They avoid many things. So, real quick, I'm going to bring up a few people. We're not going to spend long, maybe 5 or 10 minutes. And you guys, please bear with me, because once I start rounding off, it means I need to go. And please don't at that time decide that that's when you want to talk plenty. Okay, I actually did not want to really bring anybody live, but I said, you know what, let's just bring a few people live. And please watch your words. You cannot say the S word. You can't say all those words. You can see the way I've been coding my own because of community guidelines. So I'm begging you, Oya, over to you. Let's hear from you. I'm bringing Olu. I'm bringing Samaria. And I'm bringing Ada, because I saw Ada earlier on. I don't know if she has run away. Olu, how you doing? You know where cloth? You can't they call Jesus.
Good morning, dear.
Good morning.
Let me try something I'm wearing quick.
So what is your take, guys?
Oh, my own will leak under the freeze life.
Abby? So what is your take, Olu? You said you had something to share, so I was very interested in bringing you in.
Yeah, basically, three things I'm going to mention here. Can you hear me?
Very clearly.
Yeah.
3 things I'm going to mention here. Number one, the first experience I had was I actually have an experience with this celebrity, and eventually, it didn't end the way it's supposed to end. It all boils down to what you just said here, that the lifestyle they live. You understand? Sometimes I cannot cope, so invariably that was why it could not end the way it's supposed to end. Do you understand? I cannot cope with that, and we have to end it. That's number one. Then secondly, what I've also found out from this actress or celebrity or whatever they have a small cycle. They have a small cycle, and I actually pity them. I feel for them. Do you understand? Their cycle is, that's one thing you may not know. Their cycle is not as large as an ordinary person on the street. Do you get? That, another thing I found out about them, celebrity cycle is very small. I'm telling you, their cycle is very small. That will also affect, some of, this. Sometimes I even ask myself, where did they meet these kind of people that they are talking about, Then thirdly is that, you have mentioned it, which I've also experienced. I won't say more than that. Trust is very important. Trust is very important. Do you understand? It's not like some of us as a guy, we've not experienced a situation where people say some things to us. But trust also is very important. The way you manage it and all that. So people must trust you to a certain level. And when they share some things with you and, you understand, they expect you to keep that secret and all that. Relatively, I won't advise people, you understand, to actually do that. Say they are nude or something, whatever, nude or whatever.
Hey, careful with the words. Careful with the words.
I won't advise them. I won't advise people to do that, actually. But there are people that relationship within them, they do all these things. and the secret is kept. Do you understand? It just boils down to distrust eventually. Do you understand? That's what normally happens here. Do you get? You know, so that's basically my own point here. Just, you know, it also serves as, you know, a kind of, you know, you want to see her and all those things. It has its own way of like an attraction. Oh, you are missing your woman and all that. But like I said, trust is also very important. I will not advise anybody. In fact, I won't even advise people to do it. Do you understand? I don't, if I'm in a relationship or whatever it is, I don't advise people to do it. But if you send it to me, it's not basically because I asked for it. Do you understand? It's just basically because you want to send it to me. And it's not left for me what I have to do with it. But to a certain level, it depends on the trust you have with that person. You know, that's why probably you know that it can't happen, it can't expose you and all that. But basically, the general rule is this: I will not ask for it. Do you understand? And I will advise, don't even do it. Don't even do it. I don't think it's something that should be encouraged. You understand? Regardless, but I won't tell you how to live your life. I won't advise you. I won't tell you how to live your life. If you think you want to do certain things, I won't stop you from doing it. But the cycle of this actress is very small. Their lifestyle is very big. So if you cannot cope and you are dating do you understand? And you feel you have invested a lot, you can misbehave. Which I would not even subscribe to. My own is to just quietly walk away. Just walk away, say, this lifestyle is not for me. It is not left for me to, you know, force myself, you know, to be living that lifestyle. And when she now dumped me, I will feel very bad. When she dumped me, you understand? You know, because the person that I'm talking about, in the first place, she actually thought maybe I don't even have anything until probably we met in UK. You understand? You now say that, oh, okay, this one can travel too and all that. It's not that she's actually... So that's the way it is. It's just that maybe he doesn't want to spend his money anyhow or just waste his money. But the truth of the matter is, if you know you cannot live a certain lifestyle, just quit. There's no point deceiving yourself, you know. But that is it. Number one, if you are dating a celebrity, they are very expensive. They live an expensive life. That's one thing I've found out. It's one thing I know. They live a very expensive life, majority of them. So if you cannot cope, just quit. Do you understand? There's no point now saying, okay, because I've invested so much and this guy finally dumped me, you start misbehaving. There's no need for that. Just quit.
Okay. What do you think,
So that's all
Ada?
I have to say about,
Ada, what is your take on the matter?
Sorry, my mic was still on mute. Good morning, everybody. Beautiful Samaria, good morning. Hello, sir. So, I would say it's something I totally condemn, even though I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I've not done it before. I'm talking about sending adult pictures. I'm trying to code my words. I've done it before. Do I regret doing it? So far, nothing leaked, but yes, because this person and I did not end. Now, just the mere mental picture that I have that this person has the photos or had, I wouldn't know if it still does, is it's traumatizing because you constantly live in fear because anything might go wrong. This person might someday just decide to blackmail you. People change. I've been hurt to a point that if I didn't know better than I do now, I would probably want to victimize this person. And there are people that are like that. They just feel that since what you guys shared didn't work, they just now want to get back at you. And you really can't blame them because people handle hurts differently. Someone is saying I'm vulnerable. No, I was doing this with somebody that I was engaged to, would have been married this year. So we got to that level of trust, commitment, and all. But is this something I would want to do again?
I probably would have officiated that wedding.
We know that Freeze actually promised us a cow because that's serious. Yeah. So
Glad you
this is
guys
not
are no
something
longer
I would
together.
ever want to do again because the cyberspace is not even safe anymore. Now you might be careful. I have that Freeze, after this live, I will chat with you of a certain politician whose pictures I still have. And I've had it since 2016. Yes. Now I am not one to, go out there and say, oh, just because I want to train, I want to gain this or gain that, let me release it. But then again, how careful could one be? You might think you have everything covered, protected, but then somebody might just get hold of your phone and then it's out. So it's not something I would advise anybody to do, no matter how much you are engaged with someone or you've been seeing that person. It's not advisable. Again, that if we actually have a long gist, maybe tomorrow I'll call you. There's some other guy that I was talking to. Do you know that this guy, for some reason, kept on pressurizing me? Oh, let's shower together. Take your phone to the bathroom. I'll be showering where I am. I was like, never. No matter how close we get I will never do such a thing. Now, this is how the Leo girls. They make you feel comfortable, make you feel, both of you are into something serious, and then get to that point. Someday they might just blackmail you if the relationship goes south. So it's not something I would advise. Whatever you want to do, you want to get freaky, wait until both of you see physically. If you want to do the BDSM, you want to tie him to the ceiling fan, the rooftop, it's fine. You can do all of that, get crazy, get wild. But over the phone, no. Because again, I said ever since I realized that whatever you delete, it doesn't totally go off. I mean, that has been the scare for me. So, nah.
Samaria, over to you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Hello, beautiful lady. Hi. Let it freeze. There's a lot to this. First of all, I'm not a party dependent from those. Let me use beautiful pictures that people send. I'm not a party to that. And I try to draw the line and set the limit, but I'm not going to talk about myself. I'm going to talk about people that do this. First of all, you can't trust anyone, like you rightly said. You said it all already. But for people who have the mind or who would intend, people who intend to blackmail people in future using such pictures, I hope you know what you're getting into. Because before you can make up your mind to use someone's private stuff against them in future, then I wonder whatever that is playing that music for you. The thing you better play it well, because the person you are blackmailing or you're trying to disgrace with those pictures, two things are involved at that time. They're either unable to move on with life out of depression, that way they will be willing to do anything to you, or they do otherwise. And it's even worse when you do it with women, because it's easy for a woman to give in to one Okoro and Adam out there who want to have them or who is willing to be with them, and they just go out there and get rid of you because of what you've just done to them. So for men that have the nerves to do a thing like that to women, I don't know where they came from. Thumb up to them. Then for the women, why would you want to engage in a thing like that? If you must play that game, play it alongside. If you think it's right for you to go, if you think you're confident enough, you don't care, and then, you are whatever, that you can go ahead and give your, private stuff to some strangers, then you should better make sure you get hold of theirs too. That way, should anything go wrong, you two can play the game. That if you must do a thing like that, I wouldn't want to say that I was almost going to be a victim to that, but somehow I would have been a victim to that, but I wasn't a victim to that. Thank goodness I wasn't a victim to that. But the person had made a request of such, and let me not, I was involved with somebody who would take a picture of me unaware, either when I'm changing clothes or when I'm in the bathtub. And this person is not just somebody that I was dating. It is somebody that I was, this is a family. I don't mean a relative. I don't mean a blood. and I don't want to use spouse or whatever. But I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. So when I realized that was what he kept doing, I tried to report that to a family, like an aunt. Why would somebody who claimed to be involved in your life be doing a thing like this? And the response I got was, I just nothing. I mean, are you know, like, okay, are you not my wife? Or, this, I have the rights to keep your stuff. I do not have the right. I understand the fact that I may have been your whatever, but no. Okay? So when the person kept doing that and there was nothing I could do about it, you know what I did? I had to do what the person was doing, and I also kept it on my phone. That way, two of us can play the game in case we decide to play it in future. So what am I trying to say? You have to be careful with whomever it is you have something going on with, because like the Freeze had rightly said, which I've always said and I will always say, your bestie and even your spouse, whatever, it can go down. But going down is not enough reason for you to, kind of decide to shame somebody like that or get them. But then people don't think when they're in that state of sadness or betrayal or whatsoever reason, they just want to do anything they can do to hurt you, not thinking about the implications. So I'm not a party to that. No one should ever have to do that. No one should ever have to send out their nude to anybody their private beautiful pictures to anybody for any reason, because there's a lot that comes out of it. I wouldn't do that for anyone. Learn to draw a limit. If you want to see what the person look like, I mean, you have enough time to do that when you are behind the door. You can always do that yourself. Why would you want to show that? What for? There are lots of them on the social media for you to view and admire. Okay, you can take away your face if that's the case. You must not include your face if you must do it. Take away
That's
your face.
another conversation.
If it's so tempting that you can't say no to that. But who is this person that you can't say no to, by the way? When you don't know what they'll come up with in future. I don't know, but you see, that's not my style. If you ask me for my personal pictures, not even such personal picture, I get rid of you. Talk more of giving you something of that nature.
Samaria, send me your picture. Samaria, send me your picture. Send me your picture.
Yeah. Can I say something?
Yes,
I
go
never sent
ahead.
regular picture. That's what I once said. I never even smile except for real life. Talk more of. But if that's not me, I'm not a picture of love. I'm not that romantic.
I'm waiting for you, Ada. Oh yeah, your take.
But on a more serious note, I think ladies should stop, if they can, if it's possible. I think it's something that ladies should stop doing. Sending their, I think if they can, it's something that they should stop doing. If you ask me, do you understand? It's just like I said, I won't stop you. Do you understand? I won't ask for it. I won't stop you when you are doing it. But I will advise, you understand, I can keep your secret, I can keep all those things. But generally speaking, I will advise, don't even do it.
Absolutely.
Don't even do it. And the reason is this. I'm using Samsung now. A Samsung that I'm using to do this live something now. I was using iPhone before. It was stolen. My phone was stolen. Do you understand? So if I keep all those kind of things inside my phone, do you understand? Or I still keep them, I still have them, for example, or maybe it's fresh. Then it has reached.
Funny, talking about your phone being stolen.
Not even advisable. Something I would advise.
It's breaking up. I can hear. Let me say something, sir. Can you imagine? Let's say, for example, I'm this lady, and I have this habit of sending my private pictures to anyone that requests, simply because they try to come into my life and play a relationship for a couple of months, and let's say we break up and another person comes by just like that. And let's say it leaks tomorrow, and the same picture had sent to you, had sent to the previous person. Now I'm confused about who actually sent that picture in particular. And then I decide to go out on a revenge mission. I may even start with the innocent person. So I don't even know why someone would gladly request for such a picture from a lady. If I were a man, I wouldn't request for such a picture from you. And if I try to, and you are glad or you're willing to send it, that would be the end of it. Because it means that's the same way you've been going around sending it to everyone else out there. And should anything go wrong, I may be the target. You may decide to come for me thinking I leaked the picture. So it's not even advisable in any form to do a thing like that. Never.
Absolutely. Give.
Oh yeah, final. Ada, your take.
Okay. I need people to also understand that with the advancements we now have, WhatsApp, Snapchat, and I think those are the two apps where you can send disappearing messages. Yeah. People are now utilizing that, but I want to put this out. You have to still be extremely careful not to do that because people now have 2 to 3 devices. And while you're sending it to one, for them to watch once and not screen record, they might be recording with another device to still have it. And again, you might think you're sending those stuff without your face so you can debunk it whenever it goes out. But bear in mind that when they capture it, screenshot it with your name or your number and the previous chat before that, it's still you. So people have to not just do this. I'm saying this not like it has ever happened to me. I mean, I did it with one person and it's not something I'll ever want to do again.
People even screen record.
You cannot screen record a V1's post, but people use their second device to now record it to still have it. So you really can't be too careful in the cyberspace. It's just best not to do it. Yeah, people that actually want to do you evil would do that. And again, what some people do, they make you comfortable during video call. They tell you, I'm showing you mine and you can as well do it. They wait for you, you do yours. And when it's time for them to do theirs, they'll act like the network is bad. And then they drop the call and then call you back ASAP and it's already fixated there. So you're seeing theirs and they probably just give you one lambda again, the network, and they take it off. So you don't have their face there. But you've been vulnerable. You follow for the trick of having it on your face before taking it down. So they can actually screen record it.
I remember going through a girl's phone
totally
and I saw her face. I saw her face and her own. And I had to call the girl. I was like, girl, what is this? Anyway, guys, that's as far as we can go tonight. Thank you for joining. Olu, Samaria, Ada, God bless you. Love you all. Guys, learn your lessons. Stay away from these things.
Hi, guys.
You are
For those of you that send to my cousins, stop sending to my cousins. Whichever one you send him, he sends them to me. I have a lot of you. I don't want to mention you ladies, but stop sending to my cousins.
Who is your cousin?
Then because I'm not playing. For real, I'm serious. They've been sending to my cousin and my cousin's been sharing them with me. Ladies, oh Lord, it's well with your soul.
Ladies, so you don't hear your life. Bye.